Morning, guys. I am on my way to eat breakfast and then I'm headed out to my day job. I work as a teaching assistant with 4th grade and it's super awesome because I love getting to interact with all these kids and everything. I will try and take you along a little bit. Usually I don't try and film or distract too much from my work, so I might be able to catch up with you on break and then right after. We're all ready to go, and it is time to head out to work. I will see you later. It has been a long day. I am currently in the copy room making some progress report copies. Spent a lot of time earlier making copies about our medieval unit, which is super interesting because that's actually kind of technically the time that I'm basing my fantasy novel in. So I happen to have recently researched a lot about it, so I'm excited to see how that goes. And then it was way too hot at lunch, honestly. You can probably tell from how pink I am, and you might be able to see like profuse sweat. But otherwise, today was a great day. Gotta sit. Sit. Good girl. Okay. So today's after work excursions include the fabric store for a project that I'm working on, and then bookstore to resell some and hopefully buy a new book. So I ended up going with this one. I have heard a lot about it, which is not surprising because this is a big new release, and I'm really excited to read this because I really love the fake dating trope. I also love that there's more diversity in this one, and I'm really seeing that trend pick up a lot of steam recently in young adult, which I am super excited for because it's been a long time coming. Personally, I've been obviously super privileged as a young white woman, but I love to see all these new authors coming out and not being afraid to tell their stories. So I think this is going to be less of a reading vlog like I originally planned, and more of a kind of Preptober plans for November, aka NaNoWriMo month, because I literally just decided, honestly today, that I'm going to attempt NaNoWriMo. Now, for the last manuscript that I just finished up writing, I did end up writing 40K in about 2 weeks, which was crazy, and I'm pretty sure my husband thought I was like a cave dweller. But that means that I do have the possibility of completing NaNoWriMo. The downside is I had been thinking about that book for about 5 years, and I had a lot of the world building and everything fleshed out. Now, for this project that I'm going to work on for NaNoWriMo, I think I'm going to go with one of my newest ideas. Honestly, I just started fleshing it out more today while I was doing a bunch of copies for work, because I literally stood there for like 2 hours waiting for the copy machine to do its thing. So it's going to still be a fantasy, but this one is going to be urban fantasy, which means that a lot of the setting is already there for me, which is great. Less world building to do. I still have to work out the tweaks of the fantasy magic elements and build up more of the character interactions and the characters themselves. This one, from the sound of it, from what I've come up with so far, looks like we're going to have a trio this time. I think it might be a girl, a boy, and a trans boy, but I'm really not sure, honestly. The third one that might be trans is kind of figuring himself out in my mind. So I will get back to you on that. I do know that they are all Irish though, so that's pretty cool because I have Irish in my own background and I want to go there someday, so it's really fun to look up the foliage and the landscape that is Ireland. Now, it is not set in Ireland, that is just the backstage of where they came from and everything. It is set in the US. Where in the US? I have no idea. So we will get there. This is where I am like a half plotter, half pantser. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work itself out during this month when I'm setting up for NaNoWriMo. Good morning, YouTube. Today is Thursday, October 3rd. I am on my way out to work now. I just wanted to do a quick little update on how all the NaNoWriMo stuff is doing. This morning, I finally set up my project, and I might have gotten stuck down a little bit of a rabbit hole when I was making like one of those little book covers. Even though I'm not a professional design artist, it's kind of just fun to Photoshop something real quick and throw it up there so you don't just get the sample book cover. I will try and keep you updated throughout the day to let you know how things are going. I don't have anything planned for this afternoon. I had a lot to do yesterday, which is why I didn't really get to do any of this update stuff, but I'm planning on trying to get maybe a little bit of an outline going on. I'm thinking I'm going to use the Save the Cat beats for this one. I didn't know about Save the Cat when I was doing my last novel, so I'm planning on seeing if I can work that into this one. I think I might have a little bit of a library book problem. Definitely had these for at least 2 weeks, probably more. I've had these books and props set up for a solid, like week now. I really need to get back to taking photos. I also need to take a photo of this lovely book right here because I just got it and it needs some Bookstagram treatment. So, well, I guess my day is going to go a little bit differently than I thought it was going to go. I did end up getting in a little bit of a minor car crash. I'm still going to try and get some writing done today, but we'll see how it is with dealing with insurance and stuff like that. But, like I said, the goal is to get things plotted out. So, yeah. Successfully made it home, had a few errands to run. Now I'm going to chill. Just take a quick rest, unwind after everything that has happened, and then I might just do some brainstorming, not actual planning, because I don't think my brain is up for hardcore plotting right now. But I did get some plotting done while I was at work because I was doing a bunch of copies again. So there's that. I filled in a couple of the beats on Save the Cat. They're really light and don't have a lot of exploration in them, so I'll have to see where they're gonna go. Alright, I gotta put this book down and move on to this one briefly because it is time for me to write a review of the third book in this series. Alright, it is Friday. I just woke up early again because apparently my body has decided that I really need to be up early all of the days this week. I'm getting ready for work and I might be able to fit in a little bit of blackout before I leave. Hi, baby. Pepper's trying to get me to get up. Anyways, I might be able to get a little bit of blackout in before I leave. I'm about 53% of the way through, and I'm excited to see where it's going, honestly. Alright, I am successfully back home. I did finish blackout this morning right before I left for work. Was almost late because of that, but I really wanted to finish because I was literally like one chapter from the end. So now I'm going to write my review. I've got a couple Etsy orders to take care of, and then I'm going to see. I might go back to Made For You right now, or I might work on some plotting and stuff because I got a few ideas I wanted to write down. Actually, I remember I had an idea in the car, and I couldn't write it down because I was driving. So now I gotta remember what that was. Gosh darn it. This review is going to be up tomorrow, so check that out. I kind of like how these covers fit so well together, but my theory as far as where this is going, They mentioned specifically in this book that no one has the power to use black, and then if you look like at the black part, it looks like it's like actually, black, but that could also be this light, streak right there. I don't know. But I think that something is going to happen with the color black in the last book because nothing happened right now. And then you can see all my fun tabs. All that. Got my query, teasers, NaNoWriMo stuff. That's a teaser right there for my new project. Morning, guys. I'm headed out to the Phoenix Public Marketplace for a Meet Your Literary Community event. I've never been to this before and actually didn't know that it existed. So Pepper and I are both excited to check it out. Isn't that right, kid? Okay. If you do decide to come to this event, there is a parking lot literally right next to it, and it's only $8 for 4 hours, which is a solid amount of time. I think that's actually how long this event is supposed to be. But you see this parking lot, and then literally right behind me where all these tents are, that's where the event is. Pepper and I are headed out after a solid 2 hours here at the fair. It was really good networking. We met this one publishing company that seems really interesting, could work with them in the future, and then also saw a lot of authors. There was really not any young adult authors, so that's definitely an option for people who might write those to hop in here because there's not really any competition, honestly. I might take a look into joining next year, but that depends on if I end up traditionally publishing or self and like what the promotional plan for that is. We're back home and I'm going to take this time to look through all my publishers marketplace stats. I just subscribed to that, and then also to build my list on Query Tracker because I have a list already of some agents that I'm going to be querying, but I want to see if there's any extra ones that I haven't seen yet that are on that website.